Hello friends, welcome to the third lecture of our series Javascript tutorials. So today we are going to learn the topic variables. We already learned basics of the variable in our previous lecture. In this lecture we are going to learn what are variables in details and the concept of data types. Okay. So variable, as I explained in the previous lecture, is what you can think it like a container whose content can change with time, right? That is what the variable is, whose value can vary. That is a variable. Second thing is what? Data type. So very first thing is what is data? Anything you write or read is a data basically, right? If in the universe I see there is the data in three form, either it will be solid or liquid or gas, right? Similarly, in programming field also, if we go broadly, we have two types of data, that is the numeric and non-numeric. All right. First one is what? Numeric data type, and the second one is non-numeric. So what is numeric data type? Means the data type in which on the data you can perform the basic mathematical operations, like you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Alright, so these are called what? Numeric data type. Now inside the numeric data type, if I tell you this 10, right? So this is also a numeric. If I tell you 11.5, so this is also numeric, right? So let us see broadly this type of things where you have a complete number, not the decimal number, where you have a complete number. It is called what? Integer. Okay. And when you have some decimals in your number or you don't have a complete number, that is called basically float. You can say float or floating point, all these things. Okay. In non-numeric data type, if I say you A or Z or any special symbol, so all of these are what? Data, and you cannot perform any plus, minus, divide, multiply on this, right? So this is also non-numeric data type. Other than that, if I type the name of cities like Delhi or the name of fruit apple, or the someone has a password, suppose abc at the rate 123, so this is also what? The non-numeric data type. So when you have a single character, always remember you will take non-numeric data inside the quotes. Either you can use a single inverted comma or you will use a double inverted comma. And the concept is very simple. When you have one character, that character can be a special symbol or our alphabets, or even if I write one like this, so it will be treated as not numeric. Okay, this is numeric while this one is non-numeric. Similarly, this 11 5, that is 115, is numeric, whereas this 115 is not numeric. Okay, for this one it is equal to ABC because it is inside the inverted commas. Alright. So whenever you have only a single alphabet inside your inverted commas, this kind of data type is called character, or in the short form we can say char. Okay. And the second one, which is the most important, where you use this type of data, it is called what? String. That is the collection of characters. So In other programming languages, when we create a variable, what we need to do is just write the data type, that this type of data this particular variable is going to hold, and then the name of variable. In JavaScript, things are a bit easy for you. Simply you will use the keyword where in order to create the variable. Then you will write name of variable. Okay, and this is the default one. You can assign in this way, or even if you want, you can initialize it also with some value. Okay, so first time whatever value you will give inside the variable, your variable will be of that data type. Okay, if I write where a is equal to 10, so now a is of which data type? Integer. If I write n is equal to easy code, so n is of string data type. If I type where flag is equal to t, so this is of character. If I type where salary is equal to 11.3, so this is float. Alright. So this is what the variable and what are the data types. Now always remember, whenever you are taking the input from the user using the simple text box, right? Suppose this is your text box and you are taking the input from the user. At that time, whatever is the value inside this text box will be considered as string. Okay. All right. So let us go to our VS Code and do it practically. So over here we have this folder already, JavaScript tutorial. Let me open it with VS Code. And we will create a separate file, variable details. .html. Over here, let us see it in the file explorer, and let me open it also on the browser window itself. Close the tabs. Fine, because I don't have anything over here right now. Now let us go and first off write our very basic HTML. Okay, we always prefer to write the HTML5. Okay, over here, as I already told you, that in order to work with the JavaScript, you need the script tag in which you will write your complete script. Okay, and after that, over here, let us say in the paragraph, I am saying enter your name, and let us give an input box to the user so that he or she can type his name. Type I am going to use this text, and since I want to use this input element in my JS code, I will write id is equal to suppose txt1. Okay, and let us take a button. Type is equal to button, value is equal to show. Okay, and on click I will call some function that I am going to create. Over here, let us create a function with the name anything, hello. Inside that, let's take a variable, say where n, okay, and give it a value which is equal to document, that will point to your current page. Then get element by id is a method that will find that element for you. So txt1 dot what you want to take from this particular thing, so we want to take the value. Okay, and simply show this value in the alert box, that is the n. If I write this n, then it will show me the value of n. If I write n in this way, it will show me n only. Okay, so save this. Now function is here, button is here, there is no connectivity between these two. Okay, So what I want to call this function hello on the on click event of this button. On click event means that particular event will get fired when the user click on the button. Go to the web page, refresh it. Now you can see enter your name and show. Now say let us give the name easy code. So you can see easy code. All right. Let me show you that example also. If I give n in this way, it will come n only. Okay. But what if I want the message is like welcome, that is the fixed one. But I want the next name like whatever I am writing will come after welcome, means welcome and then its value. So simply you are going to use the symbol plus. Okay. So whenever you will apply the plus between the two string or one integer and one string, at that time it will do what? It will do concatenation. Concatenation means it will add one value after another value. Okay. So here I want to concatenate welcome with n. Refresh the page, write something, show, right? So you can see welcome I wrote as a string and n is the value which is coming from the text box. All right. So this is how you can use over here. Even if I say enter your first name and one more thing like enter your last name and give this text box a id 2. Okay. And over here comma n comma n1, and let us take the value of txt2 inside what? N1, and over here plus n1. So what it will do? To text box, this value will go inside n1, this value will go inside n2, and on show you can see welcome easy code. But what if I want the space between this value and this value? Means I want a space between the first name and the last name, right? So for that, what we can do is go to the VS Code over here between n and n1. I want to concatenate some space. So give the blank space, save it. Now write anything. Yeah, now you can see there is a space, right? Okay, so this is the one. One more thing let us do is like if I have two text box and I want to use to show the sum of two values to the user, so how we can do that? Okay, that we will see in the next lecture, because we need to do the conversion from string data type to the integer data type. So before that, practice this one, and similarly create multiple buttons like right here what we have, this. So for your task or for your practice, you should practice like see, this is the web page. Over here create multiple buttons. One I created, that is this one. Now over here you should create the different buttons so that you will be familiar with the things, how you can create the button, how you can create the function, and how you can call it, right? So over here say this one is good morning, four buttons, that is for good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon. Okay, so when the user click on these particular buttons, what will happen? Okay, let me make them button. this one button, good evening, good night, and good afternoon. For everything you are going to create a separate function like with the name function gm, and then call it on the click of the button gm, function ge, then call it on the click of the button ge. Okay, and use the same first name and last name. Like on my button click, the message is coming like welcome, these two values. On gm button click, the message should come like good morning, whatever is the first name and last name. Similarly for GE, good evening. Similarly for GA, good night. And for GA, good afternoon. Alright. So I hope this thing is clear. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment box. And if you like the video, please press the like button. Thank you.